So the title of this video is basically I make a living trading with this. In this particular video, I'll go through what I trade exactly and how I manage to keep up a positive equity growth, which you can replicate as well. Sit back, relax, and learn something new. So if you have been following this channel for quite a long period of time, you'd know that I trade using the institutional market maker method. It was actually a method which was invented by someone called Steve Mauro. But over the years, I've been seeing inaccuracies in terms of where to make an entry, how to exit, and so forth. So I decided to actually make some new rules in terms of entries using the data that I obtained over a long period of time. So what is this particular trading strategy? Stick with me so that I'll actually give you a tool that will simplify everything. The first thing is basically to find turning points. Like in this particular case, you can see that the market was going to the upside and it turned at this particular point. From there, we start what we call a new market maker cycle, which basically involves levels or impulses. So in this case, you can see a move to the downside, another move to the downside, which is basically a day of drop, a day of drop, and a day of drop. So 1, 2, 3 days of drop in one particular direction, we'll expect to get a reversal. So if this happens, it means we can trade at these turning points or within this particular cycle. So if we have that particular knowledge, I actually concluded that I can actually make something that can simplify to see all that, and that can help me attain pristine entries without much effort. That is how I came up with an indicator called BTMM Pro. So since the invention of that BTMM Pro, I started to see simplified entries. So why have I started on this manual check? It's actually to show you how this particular tool works that is giving me or earning me a living. So from this particular point, we can see another 10 of the market to go to the upside. And from that 10, we can see there was a rise like that. And then after the rise, you can see another move to the upside, and another move to the upside. At this particular point, what do we see? We can see 3 impulses, or basically 3 levels to the upside, but we can actually count them as days of rise. Like in this case, this was a day of rise, and we had the last day of rise, which ended up as an M pattern. So to actually silence everyone who would say, I am seeing in hindsight. If I was seeing in foresight, what was I going to do? So in this case, I'm now installing or loading the tool that I use in terms of making my entries, which is called the BTMM Pro. The BTMM Pro is basically an indicator that follows this market maker method and give you entry points with simplified receipt on your phone. So in this case, I am now loading it, and I'm going to just put these as they are on the charts. So when I put it on the charts, this is how it looks like. You can see that it's actually following the market maker trend is what we have talked about. This is level 1, this is level 2, and on level 3, it actually fired like this. A signal was issued and we could make an entry. On this case, we had first day of rise. On the second day of rise, that is when we actually got this particular signal. So if we keep on checking, you'd find out that this indicator will actually be firing signals at points of the market maker method. So basically, this is how I make a living, trading off these particular signals which are in line with the market makers. On that note, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and get your copy of BTMM Pro using the link that I've left in the description box below.